So people always ask us why we wrote the book. And for me, it was really important to share my voice and to talk about the things that I was going through, because when I first originally was diagnosed and in the hospital, I knew that some other people were going through the same thing, but I felt like the only 19-year-old in the whole world that was being diagnosed with bipolar disorder and that was depressed and suicidal. I thought I was completely alone. So it was really important for me, once I got out of the hospital and started to talk to people, when I realized that lots of other people had gone through the same thing. And as we started sharing our story, more people came out to say that they had similar stories, and we kept hearing, "I've never told anyone, but." So it was just, as we began sharing our story, it began to be even more clear that we needed to continue to share at a bigger and bigger level.
And for me, I think that, teaching about mental health conditions was one thing, but then having it in our family, it became really much more personal. And I realized how few people would really talk about it, at least from a personal point of view. It was always very medical professional, but it was the hardest thing to find resources, to find support for the family, to find treatment, to figure all that stuff out. And it kept kind of dawning on me that as many resources as we have, it was hard. And so all those people you were in the hospital with that didn't have family members, I can't imagine what it was like for them. So I actually was just in a classroom today of students who have mental health conditions, out with one of my practicum students, and they were talking about these two kids that just turned 18 and they no longer have coverage under the plan that they were on, so they're without medication until they can figure out how to get them medication, which for someone with bipolar disorder or anxiety and post-traumatic stress disorder like these two kids had, that could be the difference between them being able to keep themselves together and ending up on the street. Mm-hmm. So I hope that by sharing our story, it inspires other people to share their stories, and we get this critical mass that helps provide more resources. Mm-hmm.